Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of our Bet on Black Pitch. This is the 10K Project. I'm Tawana Rivers, and we are highlighting this evening some companies that have presented to our community before, and we wanted to celebrate them. And we wanted to celebrate them by talking about the gift of giving equity. So as we talk about the holiday season coming up, and as some of you are still trying to figure out what to buy for people, what better to give is the gift of equity, right? It's something that's, will appreciate and value. It is not a toy that'll get, unwrapped, played with. Maybe you got batteries, maybe you didn't, so it may or may not get played with, right? But even if it does, it may get played with for a few minutes and then they move on to the next toy. Equity in a business is something that our family members can monitor the progress of, right? Research the project, follow the updates of the project. We're going to hear a lot of updates from what our founders have been doing with their projects. So I just want us to think differently as we head into this new year, this new season of building wealth. Sometimes we have to do more than talk about it. And we've done a lot of talking about generational wealth this year. But what we want to really do is be about it, right? So Cherie and I talked about closing out the year with some of our return founders that still had active campaigns so that we could really encourage you consider adding these businesses to not only your portfolio, but to your family members' portfolio as gifts. So with that said, I'm going to pull up our campaign page. One of our guests is not here yet, but I'm going to show you his campaign page as well. In the chat for both the Marshalls and for Carlos, one of the things that we do now is we have a custom link that we created for all of the campaigns. And what it allows us to do is better track ROI in the form of how many eyes we've actually sent to the campaign. So that's something new we've done since you guys have sent it to us. But our admin will be putting that custom link in the chat for all of the companies this evening. So for anyone out there, click on that link. It'll take you directly to the company's page. But I'm going to go here and show you. So let me share my screen. Okay. And I'll start with Nedl. Nedl is on Republic. Allende will be with us momentarily. He's got 137 days left on his campaign. He's raised $128,000. 515% of his minimum goal is raised. So kudos to Allende. His minimum is $150. And for those of you who have heard of Clubhouse, Allende's technology does what Clubhouse does and more. Allende was actually around first, but he didn't get the funding that he needed early in his process. So we know Clubhouse as a household name and not Nedl. But that's going to change because he's raising the money that he needs to be able to, get his marketing and make his partnerships and all of those things so that Nedl can also be a household name. The next company is Securum Capsa. So we've got Carlos here with us this evening. He's going to give us an update. Carlos has raised $272,000, a little over that, from 268 investors. Minimum investment with Securum Capsa is $299, and they are on WeFunder. But if you use our link, it'll take you directly to this page. All right. And Carlos is solving, well, you can see here, revolutionizing the way deliveries are secured. And you guys, if you remember, for anyone who joined us, how excited I was about Securum Capsa. Still super excited because as we know now with the holiday season upon us, packages are coming, right? Not as many for me this year, not as many for me because I'm doing something different this year, but I do have a few coming. And it's still a mad dash to the door, right? It's still a mad dash home if I'm out and get the text message, because even the little bit of stuff I'm ordering, I want to keep it. I want it to be mine. I don't want the porch pirates to get it. So he is solving a big problem that we have globally, not just even in this country. And then we have Inahsi. The marshals are back to join us. If you guys remember, I love this brand because of their global imprint, right? They're not just another neighborhood Black-owned hair care product. They're a great product, and they've taken it global. And so I'm sitting, yeah, I got my little whipped body butter on right now, smelling good. I bought so Rhonda is the chemist, and you'll talk to her in a moment, but she made a product that you can put on your body and your hair. And if you guys remember when she came and she told us about it the last time, I was like, how you gonna put it on your hair and your body? And I bought it, and she's not lying, y'all.
That's right.
So when I got it and I used it, I had to reach out to her and say, sis, you didn't say I was going to want to fly to Jamaica after I put this on. Put it tropical, okay? So, right. It is a great product. It really, really is. So with that said, I'm going to stop sharing. And Rhonda, I'll let you go ahead and kick it off. Rhonda and Brian, tell us, what Inahsi's been up to since we last talked. Tell us what's going on.
Okay, well, hello, everybody. I'm Rhonda, and I am the CEO formulating chemist of Inahsi. At Inahsi, we bring clarity to confused curls. So if you're confused about your curls, about anything that's going on with your curly hair journey, Inahsi is the place for you. We do that through quality products, quality education, and quality service. So those are our 3 pillars. But basically, right now, we are, of course, continuing to crowdfund. We have actually secured Kuwait. I think this is the last time we talked. And so we have got some expansion globally, and Colombia is another aspect. And we have been looking at private labeling, which we that's something that we talked about, but it actually believe next year it's going to come to fruition. So we're pretty excited about that.
That is exciting, because if I remember when we talked about it, you were like,
yeah.
Right.
But now,
no, it's just like opportunities start to present themselves. So when you talked about like the global input, so last time, part of our pitch that we kind of talked about, we had these new distributors in Spain. And one of those distributors has approached us and said, hey, we'd love if you make us a lead-in in a jail. And we were kind of like, well, we'll think about it. And then he came back again and was like, yeah, I really want that lead-in in that jail. And, just with everything that's been happening, the whole iOS update and the way that's affected our traffic through social media and through consumers. I mean, this is kind of like, he's asking for this, we can do it. Let's think about it. And then he came back and was like, yeah, I want a shampoo and a conditioner and a hair mask and that leave-in in that gel that I asked for, and so we're kind of like, you know what, we're gonna have to put something together, and then something else that happened after that was kind of like, well, that kind of happened recently, but in the meantime, since the last time, we've done a couple of virtual trade missions. So, there are a lot of resources available to businesses through your state. In Illinois, it's called the Illinois the Office of Trade and Investment. Okay, and so different states, they're all kind of hooked up to the Department of Commerce. On the federal level, you got Department of Commerce, and then state level, you have different agencies. So we had been talking, we did through the Small Business Development Center, we did this cohort over the summer for exporters. Okay, so that's kind of where it started. So then we were talking to the XM Bank, who helps you with trade finance and trade insurance. And we talked to the SBA, of course, and US Commercial Services, so all the federal level agencies. So long story short, we did that, we made some connections. We had already been kind of hooked up with our local Small Business Development Center, and they came to us and said, hey, we've got these virtual trade missions coming up. Would you like to participate? And so what that is basically they do trade shows in other countries, right? And so, and we had kind of heard about this before. And so they will go and set up a booth at the trade show, like your state agency. And then they'll take different companies with them. So you don't have to get your own booth. they'll set up your stuff in their booth and whatnot. You know, you can get your own booth, but it's a service that they offer. Now, because of COVID, they're doing them virtual right now. And so for $250, we got to attend a virtual trade mission, and they had arranged meetings with about 4 or 5 different potential trade partners for us. Now, this was for the one in Colombia, and they're also working on one for Mexico with us. And so we're trying to get some meetings going. And so long story short, with one of the potential partners in Colombia, they approached us and they said, and we had researched some of the companies beforehand, and these guys were not a traditional like distributor. They were, they're like a direct sales organization, like basically kind of like Mary Kay.
Okay.
Okay, and except for them, they actually make their own products. They have factories and whatnot. And so we were like, what they want to talk to us for? So we spoke to them, and they approached us and said, hey, yeah, the curly hair market in Colombia is really growing, and you guys are experts at that, and we'd love to have you make us a private label product and basically be our, you know, curly hair division, so to speak, you know. And this is a big company.
Yeah,
and we were
like
just
$1 billion.
like, we were like,
they sell like
yeah, you know,
like,
and
oh yeah, we are.
we're like, you sure? We're kind of small. And he said, you know, it's easier for us to work with a smaller manufacturer, because when we go to places like the P&G or a L'Oreal and big manufacturers, they don't even return our calls. So, you know, so, you know, I went through all that just to say, like, you know, these are some of the opportunities that are presenting themselves that we're working on. You know, Rhonda's been in the lab. So, you know, I was talking last time, I've been pushing her, and she launched we launched some new products
this week.
Yeah, so
I
this
knew
is
something
our,
new was coming because I got the
Yeah.
oh yeah.
continue.
So this,
I was like,
this
well, that means it
this is
smells
our
good.
Define and Shine collection. So they are just now on the website, and we're working on getting our kind of our professional product photos and stuff, but we put what we had on there because we had to get them launched. So we've got those out there. We've got some accessories. We're going to kind of kick off. We did our Black Friday sales, and we're still shipping those orders, and we're going to do a holiday thing tomorrow that we'll kick off for kind of the rest of the holiday season. We're ramping up things on Amazon. So next week, for all of our last minute shoppers, come on over to our Amazon store. You can still probably order it on Wednesday and get it by Christmas Eve. You know how Amazon does.
Right.
We can't match that on our website. So I'm telling you now, do not order on the website and then be emailing me, I didn't get it for Christmas. Okay. You're not getting it for Christmas if you order right now. You can get it after. It's still a great deal. But if you need it before Christmas, visit our Inahsi natural store.
Awesome. Congratulations, God. That's a big update. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a lot,
It's
man.
a lot.
It's wearing us out. I'll be honest with you. We just, man, it's been something. And we had a little COVID situation in the last couple of weeks. One of our employees gave us the gift of COVID.
Oh, goodness.
And so, you know, now we've been vaxxed, but, you know, we both ended up testing positive. Our son did, you know, so
shut down everything.
Yeah. So then it was the two of us doing some stuff for a little bit, and we're going back in tomorrow. So so all of this is what's been going on.
Wow, it's a whirlwind. Well, we are so proud of you guys. To the community, if you haven't yet watched the first presentation from any of these founders, you know, you guys are all members, you get the list, right? We send it in a newsletter. The replay is there, so you can watch the first replay so that you can catch up on everything about all of these companies. Because when they talked to us the first time, right, we were on here for like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
so we definitely are giving you the summary version today. So if you're new and you didn't get to catch it, you know, please go back and watch it so you can see all the details where they talk. You know, each of these vendors or the founders went through their financial projections and all of that stuff, so you can really see the meat and potatoes, right? This is the encore version, so we want definitely to go back and watch all of that. Carlos.
One last thing. So I don't want to, because I want Carlos to get all his time.
No, we got time.
Yeah, one last quick note, because we are supposed to have been talking about the crowdfunding. So I did want to mention, because since we last came on, and I think we kind of talked about it, we extended our campaign because our campaign originally was going to end in October. And the reason we did that up front is because we didn't really want to be trying to do the crowdfunding during the holidays because we just could not manage all of that. So the crowdfunding has kind of been on autopilot the last month or so because Black Friday and all that is just too much to handle. So, we are still active with our crowdfunding campaign. There's going to be more activity. We are going to do we did a pitch meeting like when we first launched it. So we're going to do some activities like that again over the next couple of months, just to get some more eyeballs on it and build some more excitement and give more updates. So basically it's kind of something like this, but we'll host it and we'll invite everybody. And so that's what's coming. So we definitely still are looking for that support for the crowdfunding campaign. Don't count us out. So we still doing our thing as far as the crowdfunding and raising these funds to scale this business.
Yeah, definitely not counting you out. That's why you're here. That's why we wanted to bring you back, right? Because and I know, and I can speak for myself. We're exposed to now more crowdfunding campaigns, right, than ever before, right? Especially here at the 10K Project. And I keep a list of all the ones that pique my interest, right? And I have a budget like everyone else, right? Now I exceed it sometimes and get in trouble, but and you can't always, and we do this every Tuesday, right?
Yeah, it's a lot
to invest in every company that you fall in love with, and you want to add this to your portfolio. So I'm so glad you guys extended your campaign so that members of the community can get that second look and be able to say, oh, now I can get in. Because so often we miss the window, right? And because we have a certain amount of disposable income, we train our members to be healthy and wise investors, right? Responsible investors. But we don't want them tapping into college money and rent money, right? We want them to use income. So, sometimes they may miss an opportunity the first time around. So when I saw, what campaigns were still open and wanted to kind of have this session, it was important to bring back those companies that were doing things that were really, really unique and different. And we've got a lot of Black-owned hair care products, but I've not met one yet that's doing it on the global. I mean, you took the whole solving a problem to a whole nother level in this industry. I mean, you didn't just say, how can we solve the problem of curly kinky hair right here in my city? You didn't even say it in my country. You went all the way across the waters and you are solving the problem literally across the globe. And that makes you stand out to me as something special that people may want to consider. Now, y'all know I always say I am no one's financial advisor, right? I'm no Bronx girl that lives in Kentucky, right? I am no one's financial advisor, so do your own due diligence. But I can tell you, the founders that we bring to the table are amazing in their own right. Rhonda is the chemist here, right? So she's not just the CEO, right? She is the chemist. I want you to be the chemist and CEO. You always announce yourself, I'm the CEO and I'm the resident chemist.
I know.
Okay. Sis is the chemist making her own product, right? She's not private labeling it from somebody else. Sticking her like she is making it. That's huge in my book. It really, really is. So congratulations to you guys.
Thank you.
Carlos, how you gonna keep my packages safe, brother?
Well, first, I wish I could use your products, but I ain't got no hair. Now, if I show you my wedding photo in the back there, I had the flat top.
Right. You got a part coming across like this.
I had all the designs. So
yes, sir.
But congrats to you. Congrats. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Tawana, would you want to show the video of?
Absolutely can.
If you want to show the live one or the first one, which one you think?
You like the one at the very bottom of the page, don't you?
Because it shows the real product.
Because it shows the product, yeah. Let me.
And then if people have questions, but then that'll answer the question. And at least, for Rhonda and Brian, if they haven't seen it, And then
Yeah,
at least we can conversate.
Yeah. All right.
So-
Is this one under our story?
No, keep going down.
Oh, this one here.
No, keep going. Because there's 3. Yeah. There's one more after that. There you go.
There we go. Okay. Let me, oh, you know what? Let me stop sharing. I'm gonna have to share with sound. Let me redo that again. Share sound.
Introducing the new Zendora Smart Box Locker. As you see, it's attached to the door with the patented door bracket, but you also have here your smart pod. This has an internal camera with a motion sensor, but this is where all the electronics is housed. With the battery, you can take this out, plug it in your home with a USB port and recharge it. When you put in the code, we'll have indicators, and it has internal LEDs for night delivery, but it also has an internal camera. When you're not expecting any deliveries, you could fold it to less than 6 inches on your door. Now, the Zendora turns into a security device. As a consumer shopping online, you would use your ZenSafe app to generate a unique 6-digit code that will be placed into the delivery instructions. So when the delivery person shows up, they would walk up, access the security code, type it in, unlock the box, place your package in there securely, the box will lock, the code will go away, and then you will get a photo verification that your package is secure. Zendora, peace of mind delivered. So that's what I do. So yeah, so since that, the 10K project, a lot of people invested and got a lot of traction, but we've actually got more interest offline. I've got investors offline, and it put me like exactly what you guys are doing. Crowdfunding exposes you to a lot more people than your local friends and family. Mm-hmm. So we're actually in talks with some people for big money. Mm-hmm. And so that's what it also has done. But since that, we've finalized the new design. We're on track. We have to we're doing a B2B business to business instead of business to consumer. Mm-hmm. So for example, Amazon, Walmart, Target, Costco, eBay, they're interested in my device. Wow. Because Amazon in 2020 lost over $10 billion in stolen packages. The average package is $150. Everybody has gotten a small package, but they think, oh, it's $25, $50. No, the average cost of a package is about $150. So they're one of the people interested. So we have to give proof of concept devices to them by the end of January next year. So that's what I've been focusing on. So I'm gonna give 4 to Amazon, 4 to Walmart, 3 to Google, and it's a total of 25. So they're gonna evaluate my product for about a month. Then they come back and say, okay, we wanna put a PO in, we wanna invest, or maybe they go, we wanna buy you out. So that's my thing, because for example, doing the heavy lifting, we would have to ramp up marketing and advertising. For example, when I first started, people would go immediately Amazon, and Amazon would probably do a thing called Prime Plus, give the boxes away, because we got some inside information from Amazon that there are 2 main directives: drive more people to Prime and be #1 in customer satisfaction. So our device fits that criteria, because no one ever places an order for hair care products to expect it to get stolen and go through the hassle of re-getting it. Right. So what is that peace of mind worth? Mm-hmm. So even if Amazon is losing 10 billion, if they took $1 billion or a couple, that starts going like this. And then when we did focus groups with our device, people said, oh, I would order more because I have peace of mind. But just don't look at ordering. Grubhub, DoorDash, anything is like a concierge at your door. And as you saw, it can receive packages. And one of the other things that our device does, whenever you have to return something, what you have to do? Out here in LA, you can either go to the post office, UPS, even if it's paid for, or Kohl's and drop it off.
Right.
But our device, why Amazon likes it, you could just put the package back in there and the Amazon driver can come and pick it up. And immediately that goes into the account of Amazon. That money goes back to your account. And what do people do? They spend it on more Amazon stuff. So the time lag does that. So, and then also with what we prevent, package theft is a crime of opportunity. Young, old, black, white, it doesn't, because it's low hanging fruit. So that's what our device is meant to do. We're going to have people that are going to try to smash it, but it's going to take a couple minutes, and who's going to wait there? And you don't know if it's empty. You don't know if it's a roll of toilet paper in there or it's empty. So why are you going to waste your time? So that's what I tell, because we got some comments on Facebook. Oh, I can just bust it off the door. Yeah, but who's going to waste the time to do that? So we will have a few, but that is the goal. Our thing is to prevent crime of opportunity. And we have, what you guys just saw, that's the second largest one. We have 4 different sizes. That's the one you just saw is 1.5 feet. It's the 1.5. And then we have a 1.0. Those 2 can be attached to a door. College dorm, office, businesses. FedEx loves it. That's why I made that video. FedEx, I have a person on my board who's on the innovation of FedEx. He goes, they can use it because businesses can use it. And then we have 2 larger ones that then could also be, it'll only be bolted to a wall, gate, fence, or garage. So, and then our largest one, you can fit 2 42-inch TVs in it, but they all collapse to less than 6 inches. That's what I patented. So I have the full patent on it. I got it last year.
Wow.
And so yeah, so that's our goal. So the update since then, on our way. I was showing Tawana the app is being designed here in LA. And one of the things, if you notice how on our new version, we got rid of the keypad. And one of the things, the keypad is a potential breach of security. If somebody gets the combination just right, it's a 6-digit code, but just in case, or somebody's playing with it or smashes it, whatever. So we got rid of that. Now we were going to do it on our second or third version, but the technology that everybody's used to now since COVID escalated us to remove the keypad. What happens, I don't know how it is where you guys are at, but when you go to a restaurant, you use a QR code.
Right, stay on the menu now.
That's what our app does. So how you go up to the box, you hold your phone with the QR code in front of the camera, it unlocks the box. Wow. So you don't need to open it. And then we also have a shipper app because Amazon drivers use this, UPS, they're starting to use it. So if they have the shipper app and they're walking up to your Zen door, they can hit it 2 feet away. It'll open up, place it in, they turn around, and as you see, it takes the picture. Different than what Ring does. Ring only shows you who's stealing your package. You see the Zendora, we receive your package, secure it, until you get home. And because the thing is, when I first started, people said, oh, is it going to take more time? I said, no, we're making it easier for the delivery people. They just have to open it up, put it in, the picture goes to you, and it'll go to whoever's shipping it. So the FOB is, and their liability insurance goes where? Down. So they can almost say, we can guarantee your packages. And it can hold a lot. And that's the thing, every time you get a package, you'll get a picture. So one of the other things is, we also, this company brought in technology with the same video camera that watches a person walk up can now also scan barcodes. So now you can have a QR code, and if they have the package, they can just hold the package up in front of the camera, it'll unlock it. So that's a few of the new things that we did. With the, so it looks like you have a question, bro.
No, man, I'm just amazed. I mean, when I saw the way it collapsed down, that did it for me. I was just like, whoa, that is so cool.
And the thing is, I still tell people, I don't know how I even came here. My background is in biomedical electronics. I'm still in the dialysis industry from servicing, but I've got a degree in science, a technician's degree and stuff. But if you go through my campaign, you'll see the story. I was on the news out here. They had a little 6-year-old girl with her mom going around the neighborhood stealing packages. Wow. That is the inception for Zen. I had in the very beginning, I was looking at just to flip it for like a couple million. But then one of my partners said, you know how much they're losing? And it just keeps going up. So that's why we want to have an agnostic box. Like, for example, my CEO, we're talking with Apple. I said, why would Apple want it? Every time one of these gets stolen, it's $1,000. They lost over they don't advertise it, but they lost $2 billion in 2017. If an iPad gets stolen.
Oh yeah.
So the thing is, they may call it the Apple crate. Put your apples in the Apple crate.
Right.
I don't care. So that's what we're like, how you might do private label, put your stuff in some.
Exactly, license it.
So that's what our business model is, because in the beginning they were like, oh, well, just sell it to B2C, business to customer, but to ramp up. And the thing is, we'll team up with Best Buy, the Geek Squad, if somebody needs, because it's a Wi-Fi device. So we want it on end caps at Best Buy, Home Depot. Let them do the heavy lifting. They just call me up. We need 500,000. Boom, that's it. Because we have other products. I also have a second product we got a patent on earlier this year called the Meddora for pharmaceuticals and marijuana delivery, which is smaller. And then this is another update preview for you, Tawana. The third product that we just filed a patent on called the Rezen Box. It's a reusable, trackable, recyclable shipping container. Gets rid of cardboard. Imagine if you could see your package like you see at Uber.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's amazing. Wow. That is so amazing, man. Your technology is amazing.
The Securum Capsa company.
Yes. And the thing is, and that's what's different with us. Usually it's one product or whatever, but we have a portfolio and we want to be like Apple. The phone, the watch, the computer, all our devices integrate into each other. So that's what's, and some people like, and when I tell people, oh, you're missing this Christmas, you missed that, because COVID messed with us too. Yeah. And I'm hoping to get these proof of concepts by that time, but COVID, the Omega, the Delta.
Yeah, I know, right.
We're all at the mercy of, our situation. And so that's what brother's been doing. So Tawana, if you want to show the first video, that'll show just a little bit more since, just show that and then close me out.
Okay. You guys have been busy. You hear me?
Yes.
Hey, Allende. You're the second Allende I've met.
Am I? But I'm the oldest.
Yeah, you're older than the one I know.
Yes,
hello, Allende. How are you?
I'm awesome, Tawana. How are you?
Good, sir. All right, so let me share my screen again. We're going to show the first video, right? Carlos, that's the one you want me to show?
Yeah, just show that, and then if people have questions, but it'll show a little bit more. Yeah.
Everyone knows that porch package theft is a serious problem. But did you know that Amazon spent over 10...
Oh, sorry. Let me try it again. I wanted to full screen.
Everyone knows that porch package theft is a serious problem. But did you know that Amazon spent over $10 billion dealing with lost and stolen packages in 2020 alone? What if there was a better way to secure packages and deliver peace of mind to consumers while saving delivery companies billions of dollars along the way? Introducing Securum Capsa. Our mission is to revolutionize the way deliveries are secured. The first product we plan on bringing to market later this year is the Zendora Smart Box Locker, a smarter, safer way to receive and send shipments. Our patented device is the only residential and commercial product on the market that can easily be secured to the door of a business, apartment, or house without using screws or bolts, and can collapse to less than 6 inches when not in use. Zendora is powered by a removable, rechargeable battery and has an external camera that activates to capture video of anyone approaching within 6 feet. To unlock Zendora, the delivery person simply uses a one-time code auto-generated by our smartphone app and places your items inside. When the driver closes the lid, it automatically locks, and the internal camera takes a confirmation photo, sending you a notification that your package, food order, vital medication, or irreplaceable gift has been received. And its internal UVC light disinfects all contents to help keep everyone safe and healthy. And Zendora is just the beginning. We have a portfolio of other products in the early stages of development that will help us on our mission. Securum Capsa, revolutionizing the way deliveries are secured.
Very good. Oh, you're on, Carlos, you're on mute.
So the last thing, we'll have it in different colors and you'll be able to camouflage it also. If you take a picture of where you're going to place it on your front door, you can put for an upcharge, we'll put a thing so you can camouflage.
Everyone knows that
when it's closed.
stuff is a serious problem.
But yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Busy, busy, busy. Busy, busy. All right, Allende, you are up. I shared your campaign page earlier, so they got to see that. They have a custom link directly to your campaign page that our admin's putting in the chat. And so tell us about Nedl and what you've been up to since the last time you came and hung out with us.
Thank you. And first of all, that's a great product. Zendora sounds great. I was just thinking about there's got to be a better way to do that. So hi, everybody. My name is Allende. You may remember me from a pitch earlier in the year, and we've been busy. We've been busy hiring new developers so that we can actually. I just got an update from our team, and we're actually looking like we're going to leapfrog some of the things that were holding us back, and we'll be in a really, really good position to start the year. We have also gotten published in both Europe and in Hong Kong with our patent, which every day positions us a little bit better in order to compete with the Twitter Spaces and the Clubhouses of the world. And that's pretty much it. So going further with our patent and making our team stronger.
So Allende, give us a little summary about what Nedl is, because some of our family members here are brand new to 10K, so they may not have seen the first pitch. They're going to go back and watch it because I told them they should, but they haven't seen it yet.
Awesome. And then did you show the video?
I didn't, but I can.
Yeah, that would be great. Why don't we, since I just teased them with that, and so why don't we do that, and then I'll fill in the gaps there, if that's okay with you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me get it bigger.
Since 2017, Nedl has been moving the needle on the way you consume radio. Brought to you by the man who created what is now the iHeartRadio app, as well as wrote words for Obama's speeches.
Is about the past versus the future.
And top executives from TikTok and Google. Nedl gives any and everyone their own live call-in radio show that transcribes, amplifies, and monetizes their words as they speak. We hold the patent on transcribing live audio instantly and making it searchable in real time. More than anything, what you get with Nedl is a voice. We set out to democratize access to information and the microphone itself by leveling the playing field so that everybody's words count the same. Nedl was built for you, not just for people in a club. When you go live on Nedl and share your link, anybody with the web can access your live stream. They can subscribe to receive alerts without ever downloading the app. Find voices, be heard, make hay. Download Nedl today.
Thank you, Tawana. So what we're really excited about is that in the version that you're going to see in the next couple of months, which is why we're doing the crowdfunding campaign, we're going to be adding back the content that we stripped out about a year and a half ago. And now that we have the capital again, we'll be able to add the content back. So we'll have not only your voice on our platform and indexed by who said what when, but we'll also have 120,000 radio stations back on the platform, plus over 350,000 podcast titles, over 10 million actual podcasts that are all searchable by the words that are being said in real time for live news, sports, talk, information, and music. So that's what we're up to.
Y'all ain't been doing nothing. So very impressive. Wow, wow, and wow.
Thank you. We couldn't do it without you, Tawana and Cherie. Just couldn't do it without you. So. All
right. Now, last week I almost cried. I said I gotta be a big girl today. I can't get emotional because they're gonna be like, okay, we got like Paula Abdul and Oprah wrapped in one here. But I am so proud of you guys. I mean, I really am. I'm not just saying that. I am really proud. And full disclosure, and this is not an endorsement, but I am an investor in all three of these companies. And I am really, really proud of each of you because you truly are making a difference in your field, right? You are solving problems in your field and making accessibility, something that many of us don't get an opportunity to be exposed to, and you're changing that. And just so many amazing things that you each are doing in your industry. And I just thank you guys for, following your dreams. And because I know it's not easy, right? There's challenges, right? There are challenges all along the way, and you guys keep pressing forward. And so thank you so much for that. Community members, if you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A. I always tell you, and I'll say it again, I am not a financial advisor, right? So you have to do your own due diligence, make your own determination. And here at 10K, it's all about us presenting Black excellence to you, and you get to decide how to respond, right? And so if you have not, and I mean this, if you have not taken the time to look at the replays, if you miss a live session, please find some time in that week. We do these every Tuesday. Find some time in that week to watch the replay, because you could be missing the gym. And I know a lot of times some of you are saying, oh, I'll just catch next week. And that's fine. But don't miss last week's, because it could have been the thing you've been waiting for to add in your portfolio. Many of us diversify industries within our portfolios. And if you miss an industry, then, you may not see that industry come back around for a while. So, make this part of your weekly activity, fit it in somewhere, because these founders are doing amazing work. And, they obviously can't promise you any guarantees because that's not how investments work, right? But they're putting their blood, sweat, and tears into this to do everything they can to make it successful. So please, 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 take the time and watch the presentations and do your due diligence, go to their campaigns. I always talk about on all of the campaign pages, there's that Q&A section where you can ask direct questions. So as you're working through the process and you have questions that maybe you didn't think to ask when you saw them here live, maybe it popped into your head later, ask your question. They all respond pretty quickly to those questions. You could even read through all of the other questions other potential investors have asked, because a lot of good questions have been asked before us, and some answers may be there. Things that we don't even know to ask may have been asked, which is why I really love the Q&A section, because I learn a lot from the real savvy investors that are asking very technical questions. And whenever I read those, I'm like, oh, okay, I don't really know what that means, but let me hear what the answer is. And then I kind of do some research on my own to figure out what that question really meant. So it's a good way also to help us learn this space better. Because we're not all lifetime investors and know all the lingo and all of that. Many of us are just starting this journey. So, it's an opportunity for us to learn as well. All right. Let's see. I see a couple of questions in the chat, but I'm going to ask you, can you put them in the Q&A so that it's going to be easier to find them? Let's see our first question. Kevin says, have you tested consumer response to the aesthetics of the device mounted on the door? So Carlos, that question's for you.
Yes, but that's part of the reason why we're giving them to Amazon, because they're going to do their own internal testing. They may come back and say, we want this, we want that. Even when we were talking about getting rid of the keypad, they were saying for older people, they still may want a keypad. So that's why we're doing it mainly with the people so Amazon, Apple, their own internal people are going to do that. But we're going to do it ourselves. Yeah. Because it may change, but still a cube is still going to collapse. So it might not have ribs on the side, but in our testing with the look of it now, a lot of people like it. Yeah.
Very good. Edward, you had a comment. You said, I'd like to see that at my job, Carlos. I work for the mailroom at NYPD, and we get deliveries trying to get us after hours when we close for the day. Very interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
And the thing is, in our app, we have a thing called Friends of Zendora. Say you have a Zendora, Tawana. What you can do in the app, you can put your friends or neighbor or whatever, and you can set it for they'll get a ding anytime a package goes in, because we all gotten packages that we weren't expecting. So the thing is, we made a community called Friends of Zendora. So you might go, and then your friend can go, oh, I'm right by here. You want me to go pick it up? So they'll have access to the box, put it in your house or hold on to it. So that's another thing that we did, because the box could get full. And one of the things we have, you'll be able to communicate with a delivery person also if it's full, because we want to give the delivery person credit. So the thing is, if they open up the box, it's full, you'll be able to push a button, the Zendora will call your phone. Because I've gotten calls from FedEx, but I don't answer because I think it's a fake call, but it'll show up on your phone. Zendora's calling, you can tell the shipper, leave it, redeliver it, put it there, I'm on my way. So that's what we're changing the communication, because we found out 20% of Amazon drivers are stealing packages.
The one stealing, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, if I catch up to that one.
Carlos,
Just
I wanted to ask you.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you started. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, as an e-commerce business, the lost package thing is just a thorn in my side, because you get so many customers that it's not huge, but it's enough that it's annoying, because I'm customer service still right now for our business. And you get that email and it's frustrating because the customer didn't get their package, but I shipped it.
Right.
And so now I'm stuck, because now do I ship another one? And then does that one get lost too? Or did it get delivered to the wrong? We've had them get delivered to the wrong address, and then they'll find out the neighbor had it. And sometimes they'll get it back. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they know they live in an area where stuff gets stolen. And it's just like, you knew that before you ordered it. but now I'm on the hook to replace it. You know, it's just like you solving so many problems. It's so amazing.
And that's the thing. When eBay said that they wanted to look at the device, I'm like, why would eBay want it? They have Etsy, people who receive product and ship out. So they don't have to go to the post office. They could put it in there and people could get multiple Zendoras. And the thing is, I don't even want to talk to you about how I can change how the post office, or almost put the post office out of work. So I didn't want to go there.
They already almost there already. So you come up with a solution, they're gonna be over.
But the thing is, I want to help them. And it's just, and the thing is, when I tell people what we're doing, whoever thought we would use our own car as a taxi? Who would have thought we would use our own home as a hotel? So don't think how you do things today, think how we can do them tomorrow.
That was my question for you. What's your future thought about having all these addresses? Because it's really real estate that you're collecting, right?
What did you say? Oh, you mean data? You mean some little thing called data, like Facebook and all these other people? Yes, our other revenue model is data. Amazon knows what their customers are getting. Costco knows what their customers are getting. Walmart knows what their customers are getting. But guess what Zendora knows? What everybody's getting. DoorDash, Grubhub, we know. So that's where some people are looking at us very seriously. So yeah, we can do advertisement on the app. So let me see if I can play this little video for you guys.
While he cues that up, usually, oh, go ahead.
Now I'm just gonna play this real quick. So that's what we tell people.
All right.
So that's what we're telling people. You want the old way, and that's at the El Segundo City Chamber of Commerce. We did a photo shoot there, and they were symmetrical. And I looked at it, and I said, and then even a person came out and said, "What's this?" They go, "We need one." So businesses, homes, and what the beauty of what I'm trying to do is, there's other lockers that you have to have a porch. But this can go, almost everybody who places an order has a door, but not everybody has a porch.
That's right.
So we can go almost everywhere. That's what Zendora is about.
The other place you can go, I had said where he works, the evidence lockers in police departments. Now I watch a lot of TV, so I don't know what really happens in the evidence locker, but on TV, things get stolen and misplaced. That would be pretty cool if they had a secure box that only certain people could get into. Like there's so many use cases for this. It's absolutely endless. It really is.
And that's the thing about the Meddora. It's smaller to do pharmaceuticals and medical stuff. And that device in our focus groups has a thumbprint scanner for the administrator. We had a lady in our focus group. She goes, "Oh, I would love to try medical marijuana, but I have 13 and 14-year-old kids." So we just had the keypad, but after she said that, double authentication, because somebody can get the code or whatever. So no, to access the box, the administrator puts the thumb, and that's double authentication. So she said, "Yeah, I would try that, but I'm concerned." So that's what we built in. And the thing is, on the Zendora and all our products has 2 cameras. It has an external camera to see who's coming up, and it has an internal camera to confirm what's going in. And it's just like a police body cam. What does that do for us? It keeps both parties on that side of the camera correct, because just like you said, Brian, we'll prevent package theft, shipper theft, and also consumer theft. People say, "I never got the package." Guess what the Zendora does? Cuts that right out. So that's what this device does. It brings accountability to shipping. which we have the patent on that. So I couldn't patent a collapsible box. I patented a collapsible box that can receive and send packages that collapses to 6 inches, that could be affixed to a door, that could also be a security device. So if anybody else does that combination, I got it.
I think that's a great point, because somebody can take a deliverer can take a picture of the box on the doorstep, and they send that in, and they're clear, but still they could steal it afterwards, or the person could steal it afterwards, but yours prevents that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You want to see? I got that video too.
Oh, goodness.
My job is to cue you up, man. That's my whole job.
Yeah.
What your job is, Ayinde?
No, and he has a license to check a brother. That's what he got. But yeah,
I have a license to help a brother. That's what.
No, but checking.
Yes.
That's what we have to do. We have to do that, and that's what I try to do. Because a lot of people say I thought of everything. I say no, I thought of many things, but there's always something else.
I won't forgive myself if while you're queuing this up, I don't say this. A lot of times people have questions about what our technology is at Nedl, why we named ourselves Nedl, what the actual patent is, and how our real-time search works. If anybody has any questions around that, I'm here to answer them right now.
That's what I was going to ask. You can pick up keywords and phrases.
So our patent allows us actually to search live audio in real time by the words that are being said in real time, and then present that to you in real time so that you can consume that content right then. So think of it like this. Right now, Google searches for photos. It searches for historical websites. It searches for anything that's been printed on the web. It searches for videos, but the one thing that it doesn't search for is live audio.
Wow.
So that's what our technology is. So if you wanted to, for example, if you use Instagram Live right now, and you wanted to search for LeBron James or the Lakers or any keyword, let's just say Lakers, because I live in Los Angeles. So
where in LA?
Santa Monica. Yeah.
I'm in Westchester.
Oh, there we go. We're 8 minutes apart. So.
Oh wow.
That means 5 hours.
Okay.
It does.
8 minutes apart at 4 a.m. in the morning. So, but yeah, so if you search Instagram Live right now for LeBron James, you can't find who's speaking about LeBron James at this moment. That's what our technology allows you to do. So on our platform, it enables broadcasters, podcasters, people who want to be broadcasters to have their words heard and be searchable and discoverable in a way that hasn't been done before. It also allows you to be monetizable, because you can make the connection between that and what Google makes its money off of with AdWords. We call it RadWords. And I won't go too much detail there because we're still filing the patents for that. But then we also have the ability to monitor hate speech in real time. So we don't need to have a tattletale culture. We literally know what everybody's saying as it's being said, and we can shut down hate speech before it even gets heard.
No, I'm sitting here listening to you, and I'm just like totally and utterly blown away by your technology, and at the same time horrified, because man, it just sounds so scary. It sounds like something out of like a spy movie. Like you can get real time stuff. Like that's just blowing my brain all over the place. It's real time search. That's crazy. I'm getting scared now. It's like,
well, I'm glad you said that.
That's gonna clean up your speech and everything.
Well, first of all, I'm glad you said that for two reasons. Number one, the government has had this, and of course they asked to invest in us, and I turned it down. But the government has had this technology for years, and it's used by the CIA and FBI and whatever other agencies use that. But we have never had this access to this content. So I'll put it a different way. And this is, you don't have to be religious if you believe that, So if Jesus came back, we wanted to create a platform where he would be able to be heard and discovered without NBC or somebody being able to cut his mic.
Between.
So we're using this technology that is usually for big agencies, and we're giving it to the people. And and so that's how we're thinking about it. And then the other piece that I wanted to say to you is, there used to be a time when on radio, what you wouldn't hear words like ASS, you wouldn't hear words like BITCH. Those words are now heard regularly on radio. I have a 3-year-old daughter. I don't want that. And so we have the ability to make that a clean space and a safe space for people to, and if you want that other stuff, you can have it. But for people like me and some of the audiences listening, we're allowing people to have those safe spaces for audio again.
Amazing.
That's good.
No,
Very,
no,
very good.
no, that's some stuff right there. That's some stuff.
Carlos, you got your video queued up?
Oh yeah, so this is just a person, what Allende said. Took the picture. Take the picture.
Ridiculous.
That's another level right there.
Ridiculousness, but it happens.
And also what they're doing, there's video of shippers going up, cutting the box open, taking the contents out and leaving the empty box. So that's where my Rezen box comes in. It's technology and some stuff, yeah. So that's what I'm trying to do. And that's why I said, integrate, imagine if, and that's the thing. It's just like you said, Allende, the government, a big investor said, oh man, the government they would know. Because a few years ago, I think in the Midwest, a guy left a bomb on somebody, he delivered it. And one of my first investors said, would the Zendor prevented it? Yes, because any delivery that's not in your Zendor was not authorized.
Wow.
So that's why, similar to you, that's why Amazon, and a lot of people said they'll probably come back with a big number, but I want to get it to everybody, because if Amazon gets it, think about it. They have a thing called catch and kill. They'll get technology, keep it to themselves. If Amazon had this, they can go, they'll give it to you for free. And you order all day, every day, Amazon Foods, Whole Foods, because we also have a humidity temperature sensor, a thermal liner. We got all kinds of stuff in this box that I didn't even show. So you can get food deliveries. But say now, Target, Walmart, they don't have it. And so why would you order through them? And Amazon would not let their packages go into the
Right, they're only going to their stuff. Yeah.
You can keep my ice cream cold?
We sure can. You have to know it. What you can do, like Blue Apron, where they deliver food. I've done that. You always get it nice. It comes in a nice cooler, dries, and they say it's recyclable, but it's not. And then you have all those coolers. You don't want to throw them away.
A lot of waste.
It's a lot of waste. So with the Zendora, we'll team up with Blue Apron. Before you leave during the day, you deploy your Zendora, put the thermal liner in. When Blue Apron shows up, they'll put the dry ice in it and put just the food, and then you'll know the temperature, so you don't have to rush back. You can
Carlos, I want you to have a radio show on Nedl called Interesting Deliveries.
Yes.
You'll come on every day or every week, and you'll talk, and then all of your customers can listen in and share their own delivery ideas, their deliveries with you. You can take callers, team up.
And no, we will. And that's what I say, because we're so close. And that's the reason why, similar to what Allende said, the integrity. I'd rather get it out to everybody, build it up. And then if somebody like Amazon comes back a year or 6 months, Then I go, okay, we'll sell it or license it to you, but you have to give it to everybody else. Because the thing is, Target, Walmart will never be as big as Amazon. But if Amazon can guarantee your deliveries 99% of the time, why would you go anywhere else? And that's what I'm telling you personally, I don't want to happen.
Right.
Wow.
You know, it's interesting that you just mentioned you mentioned about people delivering an Amazon package, then cutting it open and taking the stuff out. And it just triggers something, because when we're on Amazon now, more than we were in the past. We were offering Amazon Prime and fulfillment by Amazon, and we've had it before. And so when we get returns now from Amazon, they kind of give you a little reason, the person refused a delivery or this or that. And we got one back a couple of weeks ago, and it said that because our products, we put them in a little poly bag because they have all the requirements. So we bag them and that. And the reason the person had for their refund request was they said they got the bag, but it was empty. There was no product in it. And I'm sitting there like, how does that happen? Because Amazon is delivering the package, and now I'm getting dinged for this because that goes against all of your delivery ratings. But you guys delivered it, so why am I getting penalized for this? So potentially the driver, either the driver did it or someone else went up there and they opened the package and took it out, and it didn't even cross my mind that that's what. Because I still was thinking about that to this. It just bugged me. It was just one, but it just bothered me. I'm just like, what is that? And so.
It wasn't me or Carlos. So
I know the ball head brothers right here.
Yeah.
But
I guess I can't rule y'all out. I guess so.
Oh, yeah. But that is the thing. And like I've told people this. If you look at the Amazon logo, there's a little smiley face. It also means the smiley face is going from A to Z. That means they sell everything from A to Z. If you look at the Zendora, Zen starts with a Z, ends with an A. We can secure your deliveries from A to Z. I had a guy invest, and I didn't do that on purpose, but that's what we can do. I have a thing called the Zen truck, a whole new delivery way, autonomous. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I want to do like Apple. If you get loyalty, you do it right. Everything else will follow. So that's why I tell people we don't want to be first to market. We want to be best to market.
Amazing.
So that's what our goal is, to be a B2B Allende. If you didn't hear, we want to be a business to business. Just like, how you go into Costco, they have certain items only at Costco. So Costco, and they can Kirkland, they can private label it. So that's our goal. But they do the heavy lifting because they all have club members. So they can say, hey, Amazon can go, we'll give this to you. But guess, like you, Brian, imagine if your customer had that. Right. The package would get there. The owner can't say they never got it.
Right.
And it's confirmed. So it cuts out. So you see all, as I call it, soft dollars that comes back into everybody's product.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Cheryl said, how does Zendora work with storm doors or screen doors?
I'm from the East Coast. I'm from Philly, so I know about those. So the option is, depending how your door opens, if you have it on a storm door, and if there's no wall right here, you can probably get one, we'll bolt it, but it has to be like a metal one here like they have in LA, not an aluminum one. Or you have to, with the little top on the thing to hold it open, when you're getting a package, you just have to have your screen door open. Or you can mount it on a wall on your house, or a gate, or wall, or fence. So we have multiple places to mount it. But like in apartment complexes, I just moved into a house from a condo. Condos can have it. And that's the thing, is it's non-evasive. That door bracket it'll go on from a 36 to 38 inch standard width door with no screws or bolts.
Very good. Anonymous says, how does your tech get access to what is imagined to be a practically infinite number of real-time audio streams in order to monitor and analyze them? Allende, that one's for you.
So thank you. Great question, Anonymous. What we're doing is, number one, we're focused on the audio that's on our platform initially, because obviously our technology could be applied. We could pursue a licensing business model down the road or concurrently, but we're focused right now on showcasing the products, the technology through the app right now. And so there's a finite number on the app itself, right? So right now it's user-generated content that we're searching in real time to see who's saying what, when. But when we add back the radio stations, which aren't easy to do, by the way, as was mentioned in the video that was played, I actually helped to create, or did create, the original iHeartRadio app. So I've been in radio for over 20. I don't know. It's a long time. I've been in radio for a long time. Been in streaming for over since 2003, and so we've figured out how to get over 120,000 radio stations. Not an easy feat, and then we're going to be raising a large amount of capital after this round, which will allow us to in real time take hundreds of radio stations, not every single radio station, but we'll pay for hundreds of radio stations to be 24/7 transcribed in real time so that we can make them all searchable, which is very expensive. At some point, radio stations will see the value and they'll actually pay us to be indexed in real time. So they'll foot the cost of about $1,000 for their radio station to be transcribed in real time 24/7. Hopefully that answers the question.
Very nice. Are there any additional questions, guys? Any additional questions? If so, put them in the chat. I want to say a couple of things and then I'll give you guys some closing time as well. Again, guys, the links for each campaign has been put in the chat. You know, this session has been about the gift of equity, is kind of how we started. You know, instead of spending money on things that will never appreciate, right? Because there's some things we know we'll never appreciate. Why not give the gift of equity in a startup business that has a great potential to appreciate, although there are no guarantees because it is investing, right? And I'm not an advisor. But what I am is I'm someone who's looking within my own family to grow wealth, right? And so last week I shared that my family is a gift-giving family. We always have been. And this year I tried to do something different, and they came for your girl hard. They were having it. Pretty much, you might be on this journey, Tawana, but we still like him. That's pretty much what I heard. And so, they were not a fan of mine, and I got outvoted because we both everything, and I got outvoted. But what I at least want is, I said, let's at least pick a name. So instead of me buying presents for 20 people, can I get a name? Like, just do the gifted name. They at least went for that. But then we debated over the maximum. I lost that vote too. The bottom line is it changes sometimes slow, right? And what we're talking about when we talk about building wealth and generational wealth, we're not going to get there overnight, right? And even though I might be there, my mindset might be there, I don't want to go on this journey by myself, right? We're not winning if I'm the only one that gets generational wealth, right? We're still losing. And so it's going to take some time to bring all of those people we love and care about along with us on this journey. And I learned that this holiday season, right? That was my aha moment this holiday season from my own family. But we're going to get there, right? They're going to get there. Maybe it's, one person I'm buying a gift for this year, and maybe next year we pull this gift money together and we invest, or we buy an appreciating asset. We do something different. I know I got to get smart. I got to work on them throughout the year. I hit them with this in November and they weren't ready and I lost. So I got to be more strategic. So I learned that lesson too. But we just have to do things a little differently if we are truly trying to get this thing generational wealth that we keep talking about, right? It's really just a buzzword until we act, right? it's a Lynn Richards, she's a financial advisor. I saw she posted a video today and she had a shirt on that says knowledge is power, but it says knowledge is power. I'm gonna mess it up, but it was basically if you put the work in. Like knowledge is not power by itself. Knowledge is power if you act, is kind of what her shirt was saying. And I was like, yeah, like that's what I want to say to you guys. We're giving you the tools and the roadmap and the information, but you have to do the work, right? And this is some of the work, doing your due diligence, making a mindset shift, and doing the things that lead to wealth, not just talking about it, right? And so I just ask you that I ask you to consider doing something different this year and give the gift of equity. We've presented you with, since March, we've been presenting you with founders that may fit in your portfolio. We have 3 wonderful ones in front of you this evening. We've got one amazing one in the chat. Chef Roberta is in the chat. Veg Box, vegan restaurant. My crab cakes are on the way. I got my shipping label today. She's got some vegan crab cakes that I'm dying to taste. But we have a lot of founders that we are celebrating, right? Because that's really what we do here at 10K. We're celebrating the amazing work that they're doing. And what better gift to give than the gift of a potentially appreciating asset as in ownership. So please consider that. I also want to say that this is our last show for the year. So we're taking a couple of weeks off, right? We're taking
well deserved. Man,
you ain't never lied to your dad. So we will be back on January 4th. We've already got our January schedule filled. I've got one more week to fill, and then February will be filled. So that's a blessing. We've got some more amazing entrepreneurs that we're ready to present to this community. Innovation is the key to a lot of what we're bringing. And some of these things, as we talk to founders, some things have been problems for like forever, right? And it just took one person one day to say, I want to solve that problem, and they're doing it. I talked to a gentleman the other day, and I got off the phone with him, and I thought, how the heck hasn't anybody else thought of that yet? Like, it was so simple. I was like, and then I got mad at myself for all the things I probably thought of over the years and didn't do anything with it. Right now, I can't even remember how awesome they were. We have these great ideas throughout our life, and we don't act upon it, and we just lose them. But so, I say that to say, celebrate each other's ideas, talk about that over the holidays. Try to see if innovation is the gift of someone in your family, right? Spend the holidays having that conversation, because I'm sure that, there's someone in the family who has these amazing ideas, and maybe he or she doesn't talk about it because they may be a little insecure. They may think you guys are going to say they're silly or they're stupid or whatever. They may say they'll never get the money to get it off the ground, so they keep it to themselves. Open the dialogue this holiday season and see what you're working with in your family. You could be sitting on a future entrepreneur in the family, or a family business even, where you all support the Marshalls have a family business, right? And so you could be the next Marshalls, And so I just ask us, all of these things lead to the generational wealth conversation. It's not always about the zeros in the bank account. All of this leads to the wealth conversation. So let's just do something different. If you got to still give the gifts, right? Let's do something a little different. All right. Those are my final words. Oh, sorry, guys. Those are my final words. You guys, Allende, what do you want to say?
I just want to say thank you so much. When Tawana and Cherie asked me to be on this, I was thrilled, because in 2017, when we started Nedl, before anybody ever heard of Clubhouse or anything like that, people were like, oh, Andy, that's cool. That's cool. And then when Clubhouse came out, they said, oh my gosh, we need to own something like this. We need to own it. Like, we're always being used. And I just, and we didn't have any money at the time. So I was like, here we are. And now, present day, 2021, almost 2022, we're backed by Google. Google invested $100,000 into us from the Black Founders Fund earlier this year. And then with this new crowdfunding campaign money that we have, we're now poised with our patents, all the patents that you see behind me right now. We're poised because of the marketplace. Everybody knows what this is now. We're really poised to be the disruptor. So this is the best time it's ever been to invest in Nedl, because we don't have to explain what we do, and we have the best technology in the marketplace, bar none. We just need the capital to execute on it. And I'll just want to say this last thing. You have 3 links here. There's 55 people on here who are watching this. Thank you all for listening to us. Thank you for listening to me. If you don't invest tonight, at least please share it with one person that you care about, one person you wouldn't mind going on their yacht if they're successful with their investment in us. So thank you so much. Happy holidays. Please celebrate Kwanzaa. God bless you all. Love you. Thank you.
And I wanna up the ante. I say share it with 10 people, not just one. Share it with 10. Share each of these campaigns links with 10 people. Let's go ahead right now, take them, put them on your social media, your Instagram, your Facebook. Just go ahead and put them out there. You can add information if you want, say how awesome it is if you want, but just add them. Allow people the opportunity to just click the link and explore for themselves. I mean, that's the biggest thing we want you to do. And I forgot to say that, so I apologize. We want you to share these campaigns like it's nobody's business tonight and tomorrow.
So I want to echo Allende. Yes, and then when Tawana called me, I was kind of skeptical, and then I got her confused with the other 10K project. So I was like, who's this? But one of the good things is I got educated on the Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, watching Lovecraft Country. A lot of things just happened, and that's what we have to do. So I echo that, and I want to get to that, because that's why when I first started, I wanted to say, I raised $1 million pre-COVID from friends and family. Less than 50 people I raised $1 million, because they had extra, disposable income.
You know some fancy people, Carlos.
Well, but I did my own 10K project. I'll give you an example. When I showed this device to the sheriff's department in San Bernardino, they said, you did it. I said, what are you talking about? They would average 3 calls a day to do a police report for stolen goods. Not everybody can call Amazon. Sometimes you have to have a police report. They go, you're helping us out. So then one of the policemen was an insurance agent. He said it, if it's attached to your house, guess what it does? Now it's breaking and entering. It's not a felony if somebody steals the package off your doorstep. So I go, oh man. So I talked to my insurance agent. Long story short, he brought $300,000 from his friends. I told him he brought in 300 grand. So I was doing my own little 10K project. But then when COVID hit, it's harder. People don't know what's going on, but it's worked out. I've met you and all of you. So that's what we have to do. We're better together. Absolutely. And doing the right thing. Not everybody got a good thing, but you do your due diligence. But yeah, I want to say, happy holidays, everybody. And as people in LA like me and Allende, I got patents too, brother.
I like what you did with yours. I like what you did with that.
That is nice.
That's hot.
I have a buddy who can do that, so no, I can hook you up, man.
Oh, definitely hook me up for that.
I can hook you up.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, but and the thing is, that's why I want to say to Rhonda and Brian, hopefully, I'll be securing your stuff.
And then you'll all come and talk about it on Nedl.
On Nedl.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. No, that's
get paid.
Perfect segue, because Rhonda goes live on Instagram regularly, just about every Friday. So, both of you, I'm just, so impressed with the two of you, and your technology is so amazing. So I'm so happy that we did this and we got to learn about your businesses, because I'm just, man, it's just amazing. And so Tawana, thank you for inviting us. Thank you for having us on your last show of the year. We really appreciate it. And man, just having this opportunity to talk about our business, once again, and the things that are going on. We're in this thing, man. It's just like hand-to-hand combat. I mean, I'm looking at these technologies and the things you all are doing, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, to be able to get the capital that we need up front and to do the things like, how far could we be? And it's a little frustrating when I listen to Allende talk about, and I mean, your technology is so far and above Clubhouse, and here we are. But this is the fight that we have to fight. So, thank you, Tawana, for and for this platform.
Yeah, it's about exposure
yes,
for all of us,
really
right?
Appreciate it.
For Cherie and I, it's not about capital necessarily, but we want as many people to become members as possible, right? So we're still trying to attract people, right?
Yes.
Because the people for us allow us to then have more people to present to you to help you get the capital that you need. And so we're out here hustling, trying to get the people, right? To be able to have 2,000 people on here tonight, right? Instead of, I think we had, at the highest number I saw was 79. Like, to be able to have 2,000 members on here listening to you and then clicking on that link and potentially investing. Like, that's our vision. We've got this outrageous goal that we want a founder to be able to come here, a Black founder, because that's what we do, right? A Black founder to be able to come here and raise the $5 million max in 48 hours. That's what we're trying to build here. And we can only do that if you share us too, right? So while you sharing these campaign links, tell somebody about the 10K project, right? Because that's the goal we're trying to accomplish. Membership is just $100 lifetime. $100 lifetime, guys. Yeah. And you get access to this level of Black excellence. Yes. I shared yesterday that there's 600, this week there are 637 equity crowdfunding campaigns active across all of the portals. How much time would it have taken you to find these three? Right. We took the legwork out for you. We found them for you. All you got to do is show up and look pretty, right? we found them for you. That alone is worth $100 of your time, right? And we're not charging $100 lifetime. We're not, a month or in lifetime. One time you pay us $100, you get access to all of the things that we present. This is one of them, but this is the thing, right? In my opinion, of all the education stuff that we do, this is the thing that I believe will make the most social impact. This is the thing that will grow the wealth. Education is wonderful. I think what we provide from an educational standpoint is top notch. The people that we're bringing in front of you right now, we're learning how to buy businesses. In 2022, we're going to learn how to buy tax liens. Like, we're learning a lot of cool stuff that leads to wealth. But building this investment portfolio and investing in Black excellence at the level we've seen here this year, but definitely tonight, that's where the magic is. And so please tell your family and friends about 10K also. That's my shameless plug. Because
Tawana,
all the money they need.
I'm taking my own medicine and I'm tweeting right now. What is your handle?
We're Black 10K Project across all social.
Okay, thank you.
Black 10K Project. The website is the 10K Project, but across social, we're Black 10K Project. Yeah. So please, guys, this has been awesome, amazing. I see all of the awesome comments in the chat. Please consider investing in these companies. The gift of equity, even though you're not going to see me for 2 weeks, keep listening to that in your head. The gift of equity, the gift of equity, right? Some of these campaigns are as low as $150 this evening. The gift of equity, right? We can go into the mall and spend $150 on something that may not even get. I've had presents under my tree, and it was the Monday after Christmas, and we found presents that nobody remembered to open. That's foolishness, right? That's foolishness. Not doing that again. My family's gonna hate me. I'm gonna be on the Santa's bad list soon, but I just can't keep doing it. I can't keep doing the same thing and it doesn't render anything different because it's wasteful. I just can't. And so, you know, I want to make a difference. I want to really do this thing called generational wealth. I want my grandchildren to not have to do something they don't want to do or work for a job that they hate getting up and going to. I just want something different for my life, and I want something different for you guys as well. And that's one of the reasons we only charged $100 lifetime, because we didn't want to make this the barrier of entry, right? We didn't want to charge. We've had people say, well, you guys should charge way much more money than you do for what you give. And it's like, yeah, but the goal is to raise the money for the founders. And if we make this barrier of entry too difficult, then we can't accomplish that. And we got to get the lights on. We got to keep the email going and pay the web. You know, we got to do all the things, right? We have to do those things. And both Cherie and I still have daytime jobs. I still have a W-2 job. She's a business owner. But we want to do this because we got tired of hearing the stories. And I know you guys have heard this before. Cherie's a business plan writer. We got tired of hearing the stories of founders that couldn't go into banks and get the money they needed, right? And then we can see people who don't look like us, less talented than us, they go in and somebody write a damn $10 million check. Like, we just got tired of hearing that story over and over again. So we started out, we wanted to be the portal, right? We wanted to be like the We Fund and the Republican. As we started talking to people, we realized that's not what our people need. They don't need another portal. They need education and access. And so we pivoted, and this is who we are. And I love that we made a different decision, because this is where we're supposed to be. I really, really believe that. And I just hope that we can grow so that we can make a bigger impact in your campaigns. I know we've helped some, but my prayer is that we can make a bigger impact in all of your campaigns, because you guys deserve to be seen by this entire world. And unfortunately, we live in a world where money makes that happen. But my blessing for you is that you get the capital you need and you keep changing the world, one hair product at a time, one secure package at a time, and one voice at a time. And so with that, I say thank you guys for being a part of our 10K family. I love each and every one of you. I love each and every one of you in this community. I'm going to speak on behalf of Cherie and say thank you so very much. This has been one heck of a year. It's been a whirlwind for us, and I'm so excited about the lives we're going to change going forward. And you guys, you know, after these campaigns close, next year we do this again, 2023, we do this again. And we got to, because what Carlos didn't tell you, he also has a solution for drones. He's holding out on me with that solution. One day I'm going to get that one out of him. I'm going to get that one out of him one day.
I do.
I know you do. Guys, have a good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Ayinde, we'll connect.
For sure. Thank you.
Okay,
so
then.
much.
See you, Rhonda. Bye.
Bye.
All right,
Thank
Carlos.
you.
Nice to meet y'all.